That's Rob Fisher. He is the head coach here at Central, and congratulations on a Malox moment.
Thank you.
End of the game there. Walk us through, especially that seventh inning where you go out there and you've gotten a great start out of your freshman, and it's a two-run game, and all of a sudden, you've got 1 out, 2 out, and then a single, and then a hit by pitch, and the tying runs are on. Walk us through there.
Well, Joseph at this point in his career, just being a freshman, he's one of those kids. He's not overpowering yet, but I think at some point he will be down the road. But he's one of those kids, once you get through the lineup once or twice, they start to zero in on him a little bit. And he did a great job of battling. And then I actually, even before I went out to the mound, I yelled out at Nick to see if his arm was all right, because we're pretty much out of pitching right now.
Yeah, you are.
And there's no way I'm putting Poor out there after his effort on Wednesday. So Nick said he was good, and that might be the thing that pleases me the most out of this whole day is Nick Ullifer, because he struggled at Richmond this past week in getting the start over there, and for him to come in and throw the way he did in that first game, you take away that first inning, we're playing them dead even the rest of the way, and then to come in like he did to finish off that second game was, like I said, the most pleasing thing for me on the day.
Nick came in a tough jam in the sixth, and he struck out the man to end the inning.
Right.
He struck him out on 4 pitches, and then you go to the seventh, and here you go, single. You get a key double play right there in the middle of the inning to really help you, and then the play maybe of your year out of Jordan Ty on a ball headed to right field that would have won the game for him.
And that's another thing. Jordan had a difficult evening here not too long ago out at second base with Richmond, and I told him just a minute ago, he'll remember that play the rest of his life. No matter how we end up this season, he'll remember that play the rest of his life. That was just an unbelievable play.
It reminded me of the play he made at Delta last year in right field. All or nothing play. If you catch it, you're out, and if you don't get it, it's tough. It's over. This would have been a game winner for them today had he not gotten there, and he went a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it out of his reaction.
And I think the most important maybe thing to remember is he's not a second baseman.
No.
I mean, we're doing this because Bullock's been sick all week, and we had to slide Muncie to short and stick Jordan in at second. But what a great moment that is for that kid. And he works hard, and he's not the greatest athlete in the world, but he works hard every day, and he deserved that.
Gollifer gives you an inning and a third of relief to pick up his second save. Scruggs gives you 5 2/3, probably the best start of his career so far.
Definitely.
He was perfect through 3.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about the maturity and how Joe Scruggs has come along in just a month of varsity baseball.
Well, it starts out with, number one, he's a very, very intelligent kid. Number two, he's a great athlete. And number three, he's just a fantastic human being, person in general. Works hard every day. He's had really, coming in before we get him as a 9th grader, 2 really good years playing with the Muncie Orioles under Justin Wittenberg, and has really made him more of a polished player over the last 2 years. But I think the sky's the limit for Joseph. I think he's got a bright future.
I agree with you. Talk about the grittiness of this team, because you guys come out here today after a heartbreaking loss on Wednesday. They put 9 on you in the first inning of game 1 and sent 14 men to the plate.
Yep.
And you could have mailed it in the rest of the day and just said, that's it.
Yep.
Let's go to the prom. And no one did. You come out here in game 2, and from the chute, you put up 2 in the first, you stepped on them and said, we're going to get the split, and you did. You stood behind it.
I agree. It's a team of character. We've got a lot of character. We may not be the best team baseball-wise, skill-wise, but we told this the other night, we went almost the same identical thing happened to us at Richmond on Tuesday night of this week. We give up 8 in the first inning, but we never quit. Those kids were making diving catches in the outfield that night, and that's one thing we talked about when that game ended in Richmond, that we will not quit. These kids are scrappy, and they're going to do everything they can to scratch out a win, and that's how we're going to have to play. That's how we're going to have to be. But it's a great group of kids with a lot of character.